also.
Okay, yes.
Oh yeah, I was watching a video and it said if you kicked a stone in space, it would never stop moving.
Well, you know, do you guys think that there's something that would make it stop moving?
Gravity.
Yeah.
No.
Wait,
Yeah.
Luca, hello?
Oh, I think if it hit into something, it would stop.
Well, it would either
if it entered
stop
somebody's atmosphere
or it
or
would
something.
change what?
Directions.
Right. So it could actually change direction. Also, Sophia, could you undo your virtual screen because it's a little distracting for me. Thank you. And Andy, can you undo?
What about Bobby's virtual screen?
Because Bobby's is for some reason not distracting. It is not. He's not going in and out of the picture, and so that's the reason. So Andy, you have your hand up as well, buddy. Go ahead.
I tried to fix the chat, but it's still not working.
Okay, so you'll have to raise your hand, and I'll have to call on you when that happens. Mitchell, I called on you, buddy. Mitchell, I called on you. You'll have to speak. There you go. Mitchell, did you raise your hand, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, so I called on you. So can you tell us what you have to say? I'd love to hear it.
I think if you kicked a stone, it wouldn't go forever because it might hit a sun and then it would burn.
Well, it depends. It really depends. And there's a lot of different theories about that. And I want to talk about that in just a second. Bobby, you had your hand up as well.
If the stone like entered a planet with gravity's atmosphere, it would probably stop moving.
Oh, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Andy, could you turn off your virtual screen, please? I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. Well, I want to get started, guys, and talk to you about this person. Now, this person's name is actually Sir Isaac Newton. And the reason that I'm going to say it's Sir Isaac Newton, Michael, can you please turn off your virtual screen? Thank you very much. So
I can't raise my hand.
And who just spoke out? Who just spoke out? Since all I heard was, I can't raise my hand, and I've got a few choices here.
Sophia did.
Does anybody want to share? Okay, let's get going. So nobody interrupt right now. Everybody's now nice and quiet, and here we go. So what happened is, when Isaac Newton was 22 years old, so he was 22 years old and he lived in a place called Cambridge, England, and he was at school. And do you know what happened in the 17th century in England? Brett?
He started floating.
Say again? Luca?
There was a bad disease.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The coronavirus, except about 1,000 times worse. So it was a disease that was truly catastrophic.
What?
Closed schools for a year.
Oh, no.
And Isaac Newton was sent home to his family farm. Now, luckily, he had a family farm. A lot of people weren't so lucky. But let me tell you what happened. Isaac Newton was by himself as a 22-year-old man, practically a boy, and he discovered all of the laws of gravity and optics, telescopes. He also came up with a brand new area of mathematics called calculus. Now, he did this in 1 year. And my question to you all right now, what are you going to do in the next month? So let's say that we don't, now we might go back to school in a couple of weeks, okay? We hope that that's going to happen. But let's say that it doesn't happen. Okay, Jack, can you turn off your virtual background, please? I'd appreciate it. It's just a little distracting. And what I want to say, guys, is that you have an opportunity now to change the world forever. Can you imagine the beautiful minds right now, like yourself, that are sitting at home with time on their hands? And Sophia, please turn off your virtual background for me. I'd really appreciate that. I may have not mentioned it before. And so you have an opportunity. Please raise your hand if you can share what you might be able to invent this year. Henry, why don't we start with you?
I might be able
Video off.
to invent a new flavor of gum.
You know what, Henry? I have had so much gum in my life. I would love a new flavor. Who's got another idea? Come on, raise those hands. Ideas for inventions, things that you want to learn more about. What would you do if you had a month of time on your hands? Let's start with you, Michael. Michael, we are waiting on you, buddy. I'll call on someone else unless you want to share.
I didn't have my hand up.
Okay,
I didn't mean to put it up.
That's okay. That's okay. Bobby and then Andy.
I would probably try to get better at everything that I already know how to do.
Wow. Bobby, sign me up for that. Guys, wouldn't we all benefit from getting better at what we already know how to do? I don't know if you guys can see it, but in the background in my room, do you see that chess set behind me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's my marble chess set. Now I have to admit something to you. So 2 days ago, my son Michael and I played 2 games of chess, and I did not do very well. Now, I used to beat him all the time. That's not happening anymore. So Bobby, you've inspired me. I want to get better at chess. Andy, go for it.
I'm doing a challenge where I have to make a Rube Goldberg, and it has to be like really wacky, and at the end it has to drop a bar of soap into someone's hand.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Rube Goldberg is a lot of fun to do. Sophia, what do you got? What do you have an idea to create? Sophia, I thought you raised your hand. Can you speak so I know you can hear me? Oh, Sophia, can you speak, honey? Sophia, you may need to take out your headphones. Okay, go ahead, honey. Go ahead. And I want everybody else to raise their hand if
I can't hear anything. Everybody's glitching.
Okay, so that means Liam, could you please sit up nicely and turn off your virtual screen? Otherwise, I'm going to have to remove you from the lesson. Sophia, go get your parents and ask them to put you in a better internet connection room. Okay, you got that? Okay, go for it, Jack.
Huh?
Jack raised his hand. I'm calling on you, buddy.
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead.
I want to get better at playing the guitar because right now I'm taking like video chat lessons and it's a lot harder. So I want to get better at it.
Wow. And Jack, I can't see you. So can you angle your screen down, please? Just angle your screen down. Okay. And Jack, I had never played the guitar before, but it's been something that I've always wanted to do. Let me know how the virtual classes go. Okay, because if they go well, I'd like to get involved in that. Hannah, do you have anything? Luca, do you have anything? Frankie, Mitchell, I'd love to know some of your ideas. Liam, Sam, love to know some of your ideas. Okay, we'll take one more. Andy, and then Liam, Luca, and then Mitchell. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andy.
I hope that more mathletes more people join mathletes because they have a ton of time.
Wow.
Get better at math and everything.
That's awesome. I have to tell you something. I want that to happen also because I really think that more kids can learn math when they have more time. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that you shared that, Andy. and Luca, and then Mitchell. Go ahead.
What about me?
Go ahead, Luca. Wait,
Oh.
who said what about me? Oh, Liam, you as well. And Luca, go ahead.
I'm try to learn more math stuff.
Yeah, wow. You know that not only was Isaac Newton a mathematician, but he was also a scientist. And I want to tell you something about that, guys. He was not Sir Isaac Newton when he made these discoveries. He was just a student in school. And guess what happened when he went back to school?
He was the smartest kid in the entire
He
school.
became the professor. The professors all gave him the chairmanship of the department. So pretty amazing stuff. Mitchell, go for it. Mitchell, I just called on you. If you can share. How about you, Liam? Go ahead.
I want to learn how to do a backflip.
Me too.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So a lot of us talked about wanting to improve on the things that we do.
Where's
Some
Brett?
of us talked about things that we actually want to invent. Okay? I would like you guys to focus on invention and try to do something brand new. Luca, do you have something else?
I was saying Isaac Newton has a very bad temper. He got very angry.
Did he really? Liam, can you please not do that, Liam? And Liam, if you do that again, I'm going to have to remove you from the call. You can get back on, but I need you to stay nice and still because it's too distracting. Yes, he did have a temper, but you know what? I don't know that for sure. It could have been stories. Let's start talking about what we can do. So one of the things that I would like to invent, I would like to invent a new way to ski down a mountain.
Yeah, me too.
Now, there's something wrong with this mountain. Can anybody tell me what is wrong with
It's
this
on my
mountain?
earbuds.
Please do not speak until you raise your hand and I call on you. Go ahead, Brett.
I can't.
The person would go down too fast and probably die.
Why do you think that the person would go down too fast, Brett?
Because it's vertically down. It like wouldn't even be possible to like be actually down. You would like go in midair.
Brett, I think you are very correct. Henry, what do you think?
I think what's wrong with that mountain is that the snow is like straight down and it wouldn't stop.
Henry, can you go to a different part of your house where there's better internet connection? Because you can't be heard right now. Oh, hi, Melissa. No, can you put his name there, please, in the, if you could put his name in there, I'd be most appreciative.
Yeah, apologize. We thought it was going to start at 5 later today, so apologies.
Oh, no worries at all. No worries at all. Just change the name from Melissa to his name would be great, and I'd appreciate that. Now, guys, a vertical slope is a really, really bad idea. I don't know if you've ever skied on a vertical slope, but I have not. It would be certain death. Now, I want to introduce you to a positive slope. A positive slope is when you are going from left to right. Everybody do that, left to right. Do that left to right. A positive slope is when you're going up from left to right. Does anybody like skiing on a positive slope? Does anybody like that? Frankie, you're going no. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to ski on a positive slope?
Well, you would have to like hike the whole way, like instead of actually skiing, because you would have to be going up.
Well, guess what, guys? That's how this guy got up on the top. And he actually went down a near vertical slope. Now, I love skiing down a negative slope. Everybody take a ride with me. Is a negative slope a much better way to ski? Now, there is one way to ski that I do not agree with, and that is vertical. So can we talk about the different types of slopes? So if I say this is a positive slope, I'm going to put a plus sign because I'm going in a direction, and I'm going to make this in yellow so you can really see it. I'm going in a direction from left to right, and that's called a positive slope. This slope right here is a negative slope because we are going down from left to right. We are going down from left to right. Now, Liam has raised his hand. I'm going to unmute you or make a request to unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. Go for it.
There's also another way where it's not positive or negative. It's just 0 and it's flat. That's
Wait a
cross-country
minute.
skiing.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like a lot of fun. Are you talking about something like cross-country skiing? Okay. So Mr. Kramer agrees with you, Liam. I do not like cross-country skiing. And it's only because I like to go really, really fast. So a 0 slope is a horizontal line. Everybody show me horizontal right now, please, and say 0 slope.
0 slope.
Everybody show me a negative slope.
Negative
Slope.
Negative slope.
A negative slope is going down from left to right. Positive slope. Negative slope.
Negative.
0 slope. And now,
vertical slope.
what is the number of a vertical slope? It's not
360.
0. It's
100.
It's not
180.
positive. What do you think it is?
180.
90.
Please
90.
raise your hand electronically. And I'm going
90.
to call on Sophia. Go for it. Sophia, you're going to have to unmute yourself.
I couldn't hear anything, and then it just started working again, and then I have no idea.
So Sophia, we're talking about a vertical slope. This is a slope of 0, that's horizontal. This is a negative slope. This is a positive slope. And I want to know if you could raise your hand if you know what a vertical slope is. And it's a very, very special slope. I'm going to start with you, Luca.
I think it's 90-degree slope. I mean 180-degree.
Well, if this is called a 0 slope, it's not degrees. This is a slope of about 1. This is a slope of -1. What do you think the number of this slope is? I really like your idea, but what do you guys think it is? And Bobby?
2.
Well, a slope of 2 is really steep, kind of like that. That's a slope of 2. This is a slope of 4. This is a slope of 8. This is a slope of 16. What number, Jack, do you know what number we're approaching right now?
Any number.
What number are we approaching right now? Cooper, what do you think? Why don't you unmute yourself? What number, Andy, what number do you think we're approaching right now?
20.
Well, think about it, guys. What happens when I go from a slope of 1 to a slope of 2, a slope of 4, a slope of 8, a slope of 16? What number am I going
32,
towards?
32.
Elliot only. Elliot only.
32,
Go for it.
32.
Elliot only. Go for it.
32, 64, 180.
I just got kicked off.
Elliot, we're trying to hear you, buddy. Just speak up. Elliot, do you have an idea?
32.
32, and then after 32, come on, guys. 64.
64.
What
128.
number are we approaching? Frankie, what number are we approaching? Hannah, what number are we approaching? Luca,
Infinite.
what number? Who said that?
Liam.
And Liam nails it. A vertical slope is infinite. A vertical slope is infinite. Now, infinity, I want everybody to draw an infinity sign right now. Everybody draw an infinity sign. An infinity sign goes on forever. So everybody draw an infinity sign. But let me ask you this question. Is infinity a defined number?
No.
Is
No.
infinity a defined number? Yes or no?
Undefined.
No, it is undefined. So guess what?
No.
We literally call it an undefined slope. Now, Sophia, you have your hand up.
Hey.
Sophia, your hand is up, but you are muted. If you could please unmute yourself, then you can speak. Go for it. All right, we'll try again. And there you go. Sophia, you were going to share. Whoever's
So,
whistling, Mitchell,
if
please
that's
stop.
infinity, if
Can anybody hear Sophia right now? Sophia, you're
You
muted
muted
again.
yourself.
So Sophia, we cannot hear you. You are muted.
No.
You need to unmute yourself. And I've made a request for that.
So
And go for
when you
it.
come up, I'm not.
All right, we're gonna try one more time for Sophia. Sophia, try to unmute yourself again and don't hit the button
I
after you.
unmuted?
You are unmuted now. Okay, Sophia, you're gonna have to ask your mom and dad to help you figure that out. Put you in
I
a
can't.
Sweetheart, just listen. You need to go to a better internet connection. And I can only offer you that because it's clear that you don't have a good internet connection, okay? Now, I want you guys to look at the blue line. Everybody take a little journey with me on the blue line. Are you guys ready? The blue line has a slope of a rise of 4 and a run of 1. So if I have a rise of 4 and a run of 1, what do you think is my slope? If I have a rise of 4 and a run of 1, who can raise their hand on this one? You can raise it just regularly. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
4.
If you said 4, you are correct. So the blue line has a slope of 4. Who thinks they could tell me the slope of the green line, the light green line? Please raise your hand if you have the slope. Mitchell, go for it.
3.
Mitchell, I agree that it is a rise of 3, but it is a run of 2. So this is not a slope of 3. Luca, please just raise your hand, buddy. That's good. Go for it. Go ahead, Luca. You're going to have to unmute yourself every time you...
1 and 1/2.
Can anybody just say this fraction without saying 1 1/2? And Cooper, unmute yourself so you can say it too. Bobby?
1 1/2.
3/2.
It is simply 3/2. It is simply 3/2. Now, the next one is kind of interesting, and I want to ask Jack if you might be able to, Jack C, if you might be able to do this one. This is a little red line, and it's got a slope of 1 over 1. Can you tell me, Jack, what is that slope of 1 over 1? A rise of 1 and a run of 1. Go for it.
1/2.
Guess what? He is absolutely right. Everybody go like this with their hand, and this is a slope of 1. It's a 45-degree angle with the horizontal and a 45-degree angle with the vertical. So everybody go like this. We have
Mr. Kramer?
Yes.
What is this considered?
If you tell me who's speaking, then I can
Liam.
look at your picture. Oh, Liam, this is actually called an absolute value function. where you have a positive slope of 1 and a negative slope of 1, it's called absolute value. And that is a great, great question. I love it. How about you, Luca? What do you have to ask?
I was just gonna say the answer of that one.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? I'm going to ask you to tell me the answer of the next one. Who can tell me the slope of the purple line? Nobody say it out loud. The slope of the purple line, rise over run. On 3, Luca, you can lead it. 1, 2, 3, go.
5.
5.
It is definitely not 5. I'll tell you why. Because a slope of 5, nobody yell it out, a slope of 5 looks exactly like this. That line, that blue line I just made, is a rise of 5 and a run of 1. So who can tell me what the purple line, Sam, can you tell me, the purple line has a slope of what?
1.
Well, I agree with you that it is a rise of 1. I agree with you. But look at the run. Look at the horizontal run, Sam. Talk to me.
5.
Yep. Put it together into a single fraction now.
1/5.
1/5.
That is correct. Everybody can write that down. This has a slope of 1/5. And isn't it really close to 0? Isn't the 1/5 slope really close to 0? By the way, guys, do you know what this slope is for? I want to show you right now. You ready? This is a very special slope. Can anybody tell me what that is? I have Elliot with a raised hand. I have Sophia with a raised hand. Can anybody tell me what that slope is? And Cooper, you can unmute yourself so I could call on you, which would be awesome. Frankie, what do you think? And I'll tell you why this is a very important one. Is this going up 1 and over about 12? Does anybody see that? So this has a slope of 1/12. Who knows why that's an important slope? Anybody? Anybody know why that's an important slope? Go for it, Luca.
I think it's an important slope because it's almost a 0 slope.
But why is that important? Let me explain to you guys. My mom used to use a wheelchair. And when she uses a wheelchair, the wheelchair ramps are required to have a slope of 1/12. If the wheelchairs are on a slope of 1/5, what do you think is going to happen to them? Hannah, what do you think could happen?
They're gonna.
I can't hear you. You're going to have to speak up way, way up. Hannah, could you share with us?
It's gonna be too low.
Well, when you say too low, 1/5 is like this. 1/12 is like this. Liam, what do you think is going to happen?
They're gonna roll down.
They're gonna roll down it.
Right. They're going to roll down really fast, or it's going to be hard to get them up. So it's all about safety. So slopes are very important. Now,
Safety
everybody
first.
lower their hands for a second, and I'm going to ask you the next question, which is, what is the slope of the black line? Think about it. Raise your hand like this, and on 3, you're going to say it. 1, 2, 3, go.
0.5.
It is a slope of 0. Now, orange line. This is the hardest one yet. And I would love for Mitchell to do this one. Okay?
-1.5.
Mitchell, did you say that?
No, Liam did.
Oh, Liam, yeah, I want you, Liam, if I say Mitchell, then you would not be answering that. Guys, do you know what this slope is? Can anybody say it?
I have no idea what's happening.
Negative 1/5.
And the reason it's negative 1/5 is it because
Okay, so what happens is like for 3 sentences I hear, and then for the next like 10 sentences I don't hear.
Okay,
It's all
Sophia,
glitchy.
sweetheart, I'm gonna mute you just for a minute. Okay, so guys, this is a negative slope of a rise of 1. Who can tell me why we say negative? Because the run is to the left. What about this one here? What about the olive line? Who can do the olive one? Michael, can you do that one? Michael, can you do the olive one? Michael, you are muted. You are muted. Okay. Michael, can you do the olive one? Okay. How about you, Cooper? Go for it, Cooper.
-2.
Ooh, do you guys agree with that? Do you guys agree that this is a slope of -2? Who thinks that that's a slope of -2? And if you don't agree, explain why. And I like the fact that you said -2 because it shows that you know that you're running 2 to the left. And I'm going to go with Liam, but only raise your hand once, Liam. Go ahead.
It's because I think it's -3 because it already went down 1. And when you're
Yeah.
and then you're going down another 2.
Yeah, but guys, Andy, what do you think that slope is? Guys, look at 2 divided by -2. Who can tell me what 2 divided by -2 is? Is it -2? Is it 3?
Put my hand up.
What do you guys think it is? You can say it out loud now.
0.
0. Okay,
No.
actually, yeah, that's 0.
1. 1.
It is -1. It is -1.
That's what I said.
It has a slope of -1 because anything divided by itself is 1, but a number divided by the opposite of itself is -1. Now, the next challenge is the pink slope. Everybody, please put down your hand and then raise your hand if you know the slope of the pink line. Raise your hand if you know the slope of the pink line. And Jack, are you thinking about this? Both Jacks and Mitchell. Mitchell, what do you got? What do you have for us, Mitchell?
The same as number 2 on the other side.
Oh, you think it's 3/2?
Uh-huh.
But Mitchell, isn't it a rise of 3, but a run of -2? Isn't it going to the left? So can you restate it, Mitchell?
Oh.
Can you restate that, Mitchell?
3 -1/2.
Well, pretty close. Can anybody say that number? Elliot? Elliot, I'm calling on you. Can you please say that number? How about Jack C?
3, 2 -1/2.
That's really close. Luca, how about you?
I think it's -3 and 3/2.
So we say -3/2, guys. No matter where the negative is, the top, the bottom, or the middle, we say -3/2. And finally, what is the slope of a vertical line? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, 0.
Infinity. Undefined.
Definitely not 0. This horizontal line
Never-ending story.
has a slope of 0. This has a slope of infinity or undefined. By the way, this is the undefined symbol. It's a 0 with a line through it. Now, I want to introduce you to what you're going to get to do this week. Are you guys
That's
ready?
how it is in the paper.
This week, you guys are going to get to do coordinate pictures of at least 12 to 15 different figures. Super Mario is one of my favorites. I created him a few years ago. Batman and Superman, all the characters from Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the Simpsons, and I hope.
Bart. My name's Bart.
And if you want to create one of your own, I would love to see it. Now, one of my favorite guys to work with is this guy right here. And I want you guys to please send me a chat right now if you can tell me the slope of a particular line.
That line?
I'm going to give you guys the line, and you're going to send me a chat with the slope. I've given you a new red line. I've given you a new red line, and I want you to send me the chat for that slope. And I am looking at your chats right now. Now, Cooper, it's a fraction, Cooper. There's a rise and a run. So try again. I'm going to even write the word rise and run. Always start with the lower point and go up and then run over. So it's rise over run. Rise over run. Ooh, nice. Elliot nailed it. Hold on a second. I just want to make sure I see all of them. Liam, I do not agree. Luca, I agree. Brett, I don't agree because it's not a rise of 3 and a run of -2. Liam, I do not agree. Jack, the run is more than 1. I'm sorry, the rise is more than 1. The run is definitely not 4. Let's see, Jack.
Wait, which one am I looking at?
The red, guys, there's only one line right here.
Oh,
Oh, so you were looking at a different one, Jack.
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying that. Luca, I agree with you. Sam, you got the reciprocal. You got a rise of 3 and a run of -2.
Wait, no.
And Bobby Shanahan, I love the fact that you did it with words. Really cool. Mitchell, pretty close, but Mitchell, it's not a rise of 3, it's a rise of 2. Cooper, it's not a rise of 3, it's a rise of 2 and a run of -3. And so guys, just to show you, it's a rise of 2 and a run of -3, so it's -2/3. And that is that slope. Now, I'm going to give you another one right now, and this one is going to be a little bit harder. And I wonder if anyone can do it. So here we go. Okay, send me a chat with the slope of that red line that I just created. I can't wait to see what you have to say.
Let's see.
And I am now looking for the chats.
Mr. Kramer,
Yes.
I still can't type in the chat.
Okay, then Andy, you're gonna have to write it down on the piece of paper that's next to you. Hopefully you do have that. And you're gonna have to work with your parents to figure out the chat situation. Ooh, I have Hannah. Awesome answer. Brett and Elliot and Jack. I love it. Jack C. And even Jack not C. Beautiful. Ooh, Frankie is the first one to get this. Now, Frankie, can you tell the group why you didn't say just 3/12? What else did you say besides 3/12? And everybody listened to Frankie and her explanation.
Oh, I thought it was 11.
I also said 1/4 because 3/12 is the same as 1/4.
Guys, does everybody see that the slope is actually up 1 and over 4? Or up 2 and over 8? Or up 3 and over 12? Does it matter how many you go up? Or are they all going to be identical? What do you guys think? Are they
They're
all
all
identical,
gonna be
Jack?
identical.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so guess what? We always simplify our fraction. So that's a 1/4. Now, I would like to show you another picture that I created for you. This one here is a picture of words, and it's called Mathletes. Now, it was not easy for me to create, and here you would have to create the actual coordinates. So, yeah, please don't do that again. I'd appreciate it. Can anybody give me, chat right now, the coordinates of the point that I am showing you right now, which is right here? And I'm going to make a little coordinate symbol. And I want you to chat to me that point right there on the far right corner of the S. So give me that chat. The far right corner. And I'm going to ask you to say it on 3. Oh, wait a minute. Stop a second. A lot of people gave me a point that is way, way up here. A lot of people gave me a point that's literally right here. And that point was 8:48. The buried treasure is nowhere near 8:48. The point that you were supposed to find was what, guys?
48.
48 elevator and the 8th floor. Now, here is the bonus question. Are you ready for the bonus question?
No.
Here we go. What is the slope of that line that I just drew? And I want you to send me it in a chat. And I want you to think about it the same way Frankie taught us how to. Frankie taught us to make sure that we always simplify our fractions.
Wait, that slope?
Yep. I want you to give me that slope. And in fact, I'm going to make that line in red now.
It's a 40.
Okay. And and Andy can't chat. So Andy, oh, very nice. Andy, did you write it down?
I'm just showing it on my fingers.
I do not agree. Andy, that slope, a slope of 5 would look like this, Andy. You ready? It would be up 5 and over 1 to the right. Up 5 and over 1 to the right. Okay, I've got Bobby and Frankie and Elliot nails it. Luca, you gave me a slope, Luca, that looks like this. Do you understand, Luca? So, Luca, yours went up 6 and over 1. All right. Who can say it out loud now? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
1/3.
1/6.
Guys, isn't it a rise of 8 and a
48.
run of 48?
Mitchell.
Yeah.
And doesn't 8 go into 48 how many times?
8.
How many times does 8 go into 48,
6.
guys?
6.
And therefore, this is a slope of 1/6. And notice that this is actually a pretty steep slope. So you guys understand that? This is not a slope of 6. You guys got that? Okay, good. Now, the next thing I want to show you is this. One of my favorite things to do, and please, whoever's making noise right now needs to stop doing that, and I'd really appreciate it. This is one of my favorite characters, and her name is Lisa Simpson, okay? Now, if you want to do Lisa Simpson, you will find that I gave you graph paper and a solution page. And I really, really like Lisa Simpson. So I'm going to ask a few questions right now about Lisa. Who can tell me the slope of one of her hair pieces? And I'm going to show you which one. This piece of hair right here. So when I say right here, I'm going to sort of give you 1 point and another point. I'm looking for the slope between those 2 points. Very important.
I don't know.
Remember, you're rising and running. And on 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
-3 halves.
I do not agree.
3
Somebody
halves.
else, please.
3 halves.
Yes, yes.
Three
It is
halves.
a rise of 3, please. It's a rise of 3 and a run of 2. So it is a positive slope of 3 halves. Now, who can give me the slope for this line here? And this line here is a little bit dangerous to ski. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Infinity.
Otherwise known as undefined
Beyond.
slope. Now, infinity and beyond.
You can't ski that.
Wait, why can't you ski it? Because there's no what?
There's nowhere to ski. There's no way to get up.
Jack, what were you going to say?
Like, if you went down it, like, it's a complete right angle at the bottom, so you wouldn't curve and keep going. Your skis would just stick into the ground.
Yes, it's called a free fall. You have no friction. The only time you would have any friction is when you what?
Jump.
When you hit the ground. Now, Liam is also correct in that you would have to get to the top somehow. But what if you took a chairlift? And let's say that the chairlift was this piece of hair right here. What is the slope of this chairlift, please? You can say it out loud in just a second. Think about it. Think about it. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
3/4.
3/5.
Wow. 3/4 is absolutely correct and very, very cool. And now I want you guys to go to -511 to -19. -511 to -19. And do not give this to me unless it's simplified. And this is the last one that we're going to do. And then I'm going to send you off to create beautiful artwork, okay? And create beautiful inventions. Now, remember, it is a rise of 2 and a run of -4, but I do not want to hear -2/4. On 3, Andy, you can say this one. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
-4.
-1 half. -2.
-4 half.
If you
-1
said
half.
-1 half, that is the same as -2/4. And that is amazing, an amazing job. Now, I have a challenge for you. And the challenge is this. I am putting on my website tomorrow a PDF of students just like you that have created beautiful, beautiful pieces of artwork. And they've done it all with coordinates. Anything that you create, please color it in. Color is the best. Send it to me by email. Take a picture, have your parents send it to me, or scan it. And I will put it on my website for the whole world to see, okay? Now, if you create your own, even better, but make sure you give me the coordinates. So I promised to put everybody's online, and I want you to have a lot of fun. By the way, Mario, I just want to show you. I sent it to your parents in a separate email. It's very, very long. And let me see if I can find it. Oh, wait, that's not the one. That's Antoine Coulette. Oh, here it is. This is Super Mario. Super Mario is made of over 200 shapes. I'm sorry, over 200 points. 34 shapes, 200 points. And it is one of the most fascinating ones to try. So I hope you do it all. And now let us do our little cheer. And what we're going to do is we're going to go from the negative 144th floor, and we're going to count by 24. So everybody, let's do it together. On 3, we're going to start with negative 144. Go. Negative 144. Go.
Negative 120.
Go. Keep going.
196.
Negative 96. Keep going. Whoever's making that noise, please stop and try to use words and language. Go ahead. Negative what?
Negative 72.
Beautiful. Keep going.
Negative 50.
40.
48. 48.
Oh, beautiful. Negative.
Negative 24.
Don't ever say negative.
Negative 0.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate?
Negative slopes.
Math.
Negative slopes. Go negative slopes. I will see you in 166 hours.
How
and
many minutes is that?
And 58 minutes. And
How many minutes
I
is that?
hope that everybody comes next week with pictures and pictures and pictures. Anytime you make a line, think positive slope, negative slope, 0 slope, or infinity. And beyond. Now say goodbye to your friends, and I'm going to put you in a grid. Everybody should see everybody. Okay? Have a great, great evening.
We're gonna play Fortnite.
I'll miss you guys, but I'll see you in a few hours.
Goodbye.
Take care.
Thank you.
Future Sir Isaac Newton.
Fortnite.
You're welcome.
Bye bye, Fortnite people.